Evening everyone, welcome to Gradeup's MBA prep channel. Welcome to this series of general awareness for the upcoming MBA examinations. Okay, so we are just 2 weeks away from your TISSNET and then 16 days away from CMAT. Okay, so these are the two examinations that are going to test you, where GK plays as a deciding role. Okay, so in IFT though there was just 10% weight of GK, but you have heavy weight of GK in these two examinations. So I hope all of you are preparing rigorously for these examinations, and to assist you we have designed this series, and I'm sure you must be enjoying the series thus far. So don't forget to like this session whenever you watch it. Okay, so good evening Anchi, Chitransh, Priya, Rahul, Shubhan and everybody else whosoever is present for the session. Okay, so like every other day we have this questionnaire on both YouTube as well as Gradeup App. If you are watching on Gradeup App, you will be able to play it in an interactive manner. Okay, so let's start today's session and see that what do we have in for today. So keep these dates in your mind, right? So that's why I show them repeatedly, so that you know that you have X days left for the examination and what should be your strategy for the next few days. Okay, all right, so let's begin today's session. Let's start with the first question of the day. Chandrashekhara Kambara is a poet and playwright in which language? Okay, so Chandrashekhara Kambara, he was given that Padma Bhushan in this year, right? So he is a poet and playwright in which language? Okay, so do read about the Padma Vibhushan and Padma Bhushan awardees. Okay, so in which language does he write his poems and plays? Tamil, Kannada, Telugu or Malayalam? So Farhan, I've been telling that there are certain things that you must go through, like currencies, capitals, national parks, rivers, right? A bit of history, okay, and about these awards, right, and all those things. Okay. Okay, yes, a good percentage of you got this one correct, the first question, right? He's a Kannada playwright and poet. Okay, so he's a poet, playwright, folklorist, film director, right, belonging to Kannada, and he's the vice chancellor of Kannada University in Hampi, right? He's also the president of Sahitya Academy. Okay, so he's a very famous poet and playwright in the Kannada language, and he received Padma Bhushan in 2021. Okay, so he had been given Padma Shri previously. He's I think even a Grand Prix award winner. Okay, so he's a Kannada person. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. The world's highest waterfall, the Angel's Fall, is situated in which country? I'm sure all of you would be knowing the answer to this question, right? It's a very easy question, very easy static question, right? Among the superlatives, this is one of the things that you should know about. Okay, so the world's highest waterfall, Angel Falls. Venezuela, Ecuador, Canada or Bolivia? So this is a sitter, you should never miss such questions. Okay, right, the right answer is Venezuela. Okay, it's in Venezuela, the highest waterfall of the world. Okay, so yes, a good number of you got this one correct. Let's proceed to the next question of the day. Athlete's foot is a disease which is caused by? Athlete's foot. Okay, which of these microorganisms cause that disease? Okay, and Your options are bacteria, fungus, protozoan or virus. Questions on budget, less likely, right? But do read about that. Okay, do read about that also, but very less likely. In these examinations, it's mostly static. So, like if you talk about CMAT, out of 25 questions, around 18 to 20 would be static. Okay, very few current affairs. Same goes for TISSNET as well. So if you talk about the MBA examinations, one examination is MAT, right? You must have heard of it, right? That is the one which is heavily on current affairs. The rest of the examinations is mostly static. Okay. Okay. Yes, the correct answer is fungus, right? It's kind of a fungus that develops on feet, and it's a skin disease of the feet, right, which is known as athlete's foot. It is caused by a fungus. All right, let's proceed to the next question. Davis Cup is associated with which of the following sports? Davis Cup: badminton, golf, hockey or tennis? And here's your poll. Davis Cup is associated with which sport? Okay, so know about the different sports, right? These are the things that like in my sessions I keep telling that sports, the terms related to sports, the sports, the different tournaments associated with different sports, right? So those are the things that you should be thorough about. Okay, yes, the right answer is tennis. And so you had mixed responses, some saying A, B, C, right? Right, the right answer is tennis. It's not hockey or badminton. It is tennis. Okay, so let's see the next question for the day. Global fast food chain has the maximum number of restaurants across the world. Which global fast food chain has the maximum number of restaurants across the world? Okay, let's see how much you know about these things as well. Okay, I'm sure you must have been to all of them. Starbucks, McDonald's, Subway or KFC? Which one has the highest number of restaurants across the world? Okay, so surprisingly most of you went for McDonald's. Okay, but that is not the right answer, right? Most of you okay, so most of you said McDonald's. The right answer is Subway. Okay, these are the stats. I mean, the numbers might have risen by then, right? Subway's has been ahead of McDonald's. So earlier it used to be McD, right? So Subway has overtaken McDonald's, and you have McDonald's at second number, followed by Starbucks and KFC. Okay, so Subway is the right answer. Although most of you answered McDonald's. Okay, that was expected that people would answer McDonald's, but now Subway has overtaken McDonald's. Okay, in which year was the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act enacted? Transgender Persons Act, in which year was it enacted? 2016, 17, 18 or 19? Okay, so it was a bus that time. Okay, not very late. In which year was the act enacted? 2016, 17, 18 or 19? It was enacted in 2019. Okay, so I see responses for all the options. Okay, the right answer is 2019. Okay, so in December 2019, it was enacted. Okay, so last to last year, during winters, that act came into place. All right, so let's see the next question. Canis lupus is a scientific name of which animal? Let's see how many of you can answer this and try to answer this honestly. Canis lupus is the scientific name of which animal? Fox, wolf, dog or cat? Okay, so this is another category which I have found that you should go through like some list of some 20 common animals and plants and their scientific names. Okay, so just go through this list also. Right, so you must have heard of very common ones. This is a bit uncommon. Let's see how many of you know this answer. Okay, and options are also tough. Okay, yes, the right answer is wolf. Okay, wolf is known as Canis lupus. Yes, lupine, yes, something, I mean, some similar terms. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. The country's first ever driverless metro train was recently inaugurated in which city? First driverless metro train in India was inaugurated in which city? Yes, Kajal, lupus is the Latin for wolf. Yes, that's correct. You use the right logic. First ever driverless metro. Okay, it was in news recently in December, towards December end, it was inaugurated. Okay, so when it comes to India, whenever you hear the word metro, the first city that should come to your mind is Delhi. I mean, although that should not be the case for everything, right? But like if you have been to Delhi and if you hear about metro, the first thing, I mean, the most advanced metro system in the country is in New Delhi, right? I mean, that although that's not the reason to tell it as the answer, right? It was inaugurated in December 2020 by the Prime Minister. Okay, so there is a line called Magenta Line. So if you have been to Delhi, you must be knowing that there are different lines, different colors. I mean, different lines of metro denoted by different colors. So Magenta Line was the first one, right? Okay. Yes, let's move on to the next question. Sariska Tiger Reserve is in which state? Sariska Tiger Reserve is in which state? Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan or Uttar Pradesh? We started the poll? Yes. It's an old wildlife reserve, right? And okay, so a good number of you know the answer. That's great. Okay, yes, it is in Rajasthan. It is in the Alwar district of Rajasthan. Okay, correct. It is in Rajasthan. Alwar, yes. So Power ISO, I think you maybe you are from Rajasthan, so you know this place as well, right? Yes, Sariska, Kaldeo, Ranthambore, these are all in Rajasthan. Okay. All right, so let's proceed to the next question and see what it is on. What is the full form of ISDN? So something from technology. Full form of ISDN: Integrated Services Digital Network, Internet Service Data Network, Internet Subscriber Digital Network, Integrated Subscriber Data Network. ISDN. Okay, so also do know about the full forms of these scientific terms, right? Something related to computer science, internet, right? Some very common things, okay, which are generally used, right? Yes, most of you got this one right. Integrated Service Digital Network, right? So it's a it is a set of communication standards that talk about the transmission of multiple forms of data, right? So integrated data integrated in the form of voice, video, etc. Right? So all those data transfer over telephone network, right? That is called ISDN. Okay. All right, so yes, a good percentage of you got this one correct. Right, so if you are enjoying this session, don't forget to like the session and do watch us every day. And the ones who have joined just now should watch the previous versions as well. I'm sure that is definitely going to help you for these examinations. Okay, all right, let's move on to the next question. Former cricketer and commentator Dean Jones, who passed away in September 2020, belonged to which country? Okay, so very famous commentator, right? Dean Jones. He belonged to which country? South Africa, England, Australia, New Zealand. So he was popular for his commentary during the IPL. The day he died of heart attack, a day before he was doing commentary in the IPL as well. Okay. Alright, so I'm sure you must be knowing the answer to this question. Dean Jones. Okay, then he was taken back to his country, and yes, so he was an Australian, right? Australian cricketer, and then he became then he became a commentator as well. I mean, he may be more popular for his commentary, okay, but he was a cricketer as well for Australia. Okay. All right, next question. India occupies what percent of the total land area of the world? So something of static knowledge, important knowledge. Yes, Kaushal Singh, he died in Mumbai. Okay, India occupies what percent of the total land area of the world? 2.1%, 2.4%, 2.9% or 3.3%? Static fact. So area is definitely going to remain the same as every time, right? So the population might change, right? But the area is going to be constant. Yes, the right answer is 2.4%. Okay, it occupies 2.4% of the land and the population is close to 17%, right? 1/6 of the world is consists of India. So 2.4% is the right answer for land area, right? So the population, if someone asks the figure for population, that cannot be a definite answer. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next question. The Olympic Museum is in which city? Olympic Museum: Athens, Greece; Rome, Italy; London, England; or Lausanne, Switzerland? Olympic Museum. Yes, India is seventh ranked in terms of biggest countries by land area. Olympic Museum is in which city? Athens, Rome, London or Lausanne? Olympics started in Greece. Okay. Okay, so Athens deliberately was given as that option, right? The answer is Lausanne. Okay, it's in Lausanne, Switzerland. Okay, so something, just some random question. Yes, it is in Lausanne, Switzerland. Okay, so Athens was was an option which would attract wrong answers. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question for the day and see what it is. What is the currency of Myanmar? Currency of Myanmar: Kyat, Dirham, Rufiya or Tugrik? Yes, there are some questions which are out of the box, right? Even in the examinations, you see, there will be some questions that would be out of the box. Okay, and especially these currencies of Indian neighbors, you should be thorough about. Like in IFT, also they asked about Nagurtaram, right? So you can the right answer, yes, as most of you got this one right, is Kyat. Okay, so just read about the currencies of Indian neighbors. So do read about the neighboring countries of India, their currencies, their current prime ministers, president, I mean head of states, right? And some rivers or some connection between India and those countries, some highways that connect them, the borders between those countries, etc. Okay, and if they became independent, which year, etc. So just know few facts about the neighbors of India as well. Okay, that is something that that we've seen that in some of the examinations they do ask questions related to those countries as well. Okay, all right, let's move on to the next question and see. The Kumbh Mela is not held in which of these places? Okay, so Kumbh Mela is a grand fair, right? And it is held in 4 places after every 3 years. Okay, and it is not held in which of these places? Allahabad, Varanasi, Puri or Haridwar? Okay, yes, the right answer is Puri, right? The right answer is Puri. What is the, which is the 4th place? Okay, yes, my bad. I should have given Prayagraj. Okay, so it's Prayagraj. Okay, I'll just update it. It's no longer right. It's Prayagraj. Okay, and it is not in this. It is not in Puri. It's in Ujjain. Okay, these are the 4 places where you have the Kumbh Mela. Okay, and this is going to be held in Haridwar in 2022. Okay, all right, so let's move on to the next question. Who is the author of the book The Daughter of the East? Author of the book The Daughter of the East. Okay. The options are Sheikh, Hasina, Taslima, Nasreen, Indira Gandhi or Benazir Bhutto. It's an autobiography. So who is the author of this book? The Daughter of the East. Yes, Sandeep, I'll appear for the examination. Okay, so I do appear for all the examinations. Okay, almost all of them. So that I also stay updated and can tell others that what comes in what examination, right? Okay, so people saying A, C, A, C, right? No one going for D. Benazir Bhutto is the right answer, right? Benazir Bhutto. So it's her autobiography, right? The Daughter of the East. Okay. All right. So let's proceed to the next question. Okay. So that's something from current affairs. India's first privately designed and developed rocket was recently test fired by the Hyderabad-based space tech startup Skytoot Aerospace. What was the name of the rocket? Okay, so what was the name of that rocket that was tested by this company, Skytoot Aerospace? Okay, Sarabhai 6, Bhabha 477 or Kalam 5. Okay, this was something in current affairs. I'm assuming that you must be knowing the answer to this question. Okay, so people split between Sarabhai and Kalam. Yes, the right answer is Kalam 5. Okay, Kalam 5. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. Which of the following is a set of events included in the pentathlon? Okay, pentathlon is uh, an event consisting of 5 sports, right? So, what are these 5 sports? Okay, so here are the options. First option is horse riding, fencing, shooting, gymnastics, running. Horse riding, fencing, shooting, swimming, running. Judo, shooting, swimming, cycling, running. Cycling, skating, shooting, gymnastics, or running. Okay, so mark your answers now. Okay, yes, it's Skyroot, maybe typo error. So thanks for the correction. Okay, the right answer is this: horse riding, fencing, shooting, gymnastics, and running. Okay, so these are the set of 5 sports that are included in pentathlon. Okay, all right, so let's move on to the next question. Who was recently appointed the new chairman and CEO of the Railway Board? Okay, so which of these personalities was recently appointed as a chairman and CEO of the Railway Board? Vinod Kumar Yadav, Vineet Agarwal, Suneet Sharma, or Shrikant Madhav? So something from current affairs, very recent news. Yes, the right answer is Suneet Sharma. So he was appointed as the new chairman and CEO of. So Vinod Kumar Yadav was the former CEO of Railway Board. Suneet Kumar Sharma has been appointed recently. Okay, so from the beginning of this year, he is the CEO of this. Okay, let's move to the next question. Who was the first Indian to get selected in Indian Civil Services? Something from history, a fact that many of you must be knowing it. Okay. Krishna Govinda Gupta, Satyendra Nath Tagore, Anand Ram Barua, or Surendranath Banerjee. Okay, so two similar names. Okay, so all these were Indian civil servants, early civil servants. Okay, and the first one among them was Satyendra Nath Tagore, right? So just remember that Tagore, he became in 1863, right? He was selected in Indian Civil Services. Surendranath Banerjee was also selected in Civil Services in 1869. So don't get confused between the names. The right answer is Satyendra Nath Tagore. Okay. All right. So we have the leaderboard now. Okay, so we have Shelly at 200, Neeraj 190, Anuj 180, Ashish Samir at 160, Siddhi, Ravi, Jigyasa and Priya at 140. Okay. Alright, so like every day we have the quiz at 10 p.m. So tomorrow also I'll be back at 10 discussing some more questions. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. So don't forget to join the session tomorrow as well. And if you are preparing for MBA examinations and are looking for mock tests, so Gradeup is offering discount on its green card, right? So we are running an offer called double dhamaka offer. So it is available for 2 days, today and tomorrow. So you get 30% plus 30% extra off, right? So essentially 51% off, right? And so you can get the green card. You can use the code dhamaka30 and get discount on the mock test on our platform. Okay, and if you're preparing for CMAT Maharashtra CET, we have this crash course going on, and also we have course also for CAT 2021. Okay. All right, so these are different subscription plans of Gradeup Super. So accordingly, based on your requirement, you can opt for the plan. If you are looking for 1 year preparation, you can go for the 12 months plan. For 3 months, the upcoming examinations, you can go for 3 months subscription plan. Okay, and you get access to all the courses that are available on our platform. Okay. These are some of the high scorers in CAT. You may be one of them the next year, right? Okay, so that's it for today's session. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you for joining the session. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 and we'll see you then. So good night and